Namaskar, everyone. Thanks for joining. Today, we'll be talking about the divine legacy of Lord Ram, exploring the Ayodhya Kanda. Why Lord Ram was the most eligible to be the king to rule the earth according to Valmiki Ramayana, as narrated by Swami Valmiki and other kings in the era. Let's reconnect after this short intro. Embark on a spiritual odyssey through the Ayodhya Kanda Sarga first, which is chapter first of Valmiki Ramayana, and witness the divine legacy of Lord Ram. From noble birth to fulfilling prophecies, discover the virtues that make Ram an epitome of Dharma and an avatar of Lord Vishnu. In this enlightening video, we delve into the first Sarga, which means first chapter of Ayodhya Kanda from the Valmiki Ramayana, where the greatness of Lord Ram shines forth. Born into the noble Ikshvaku dynasty, Ram embodies divine virtues and unmatched skills, revered as the ideal son and a warrior of Dharma. His life, marked by celestial omens, is a testament to his destiny as the incarnation of Vishnu, destined to establish righteousness. Join us as we explore how Rama's compassionate nature and adherence to his father's promise won the hearts of Ayodhya's people, and how his story fulfills the ancient prophecies, offering timeless lessons in virtue and leadership. For all of our audience, I do want to announce the dates of Ram Navami and Sri Hanuman Jayanti this year. So, in the USA, Canada, and West Indies, Ram Navami will be celebrated on April 16th this year. And in Europe, India, Pakistan, Middle East, Singapore, Malaysia, Australia, New Zealand, Fiji, it will be celebrated on April 17th. Also, Sri Hanuman Jayanti in USA, Canada, Europe, Middle East, Singapore, Malaysia, Perth, which is the Western Australia, will be celebrated on 23rd of April. And for rest of the Australia, New Zealand, Fiji, it will be celebrated on April 24th. Now, without any further delay, let's invite Pandit Mahesh Shastri ji, who is Panchang Siddhanti of mypanchang.com and prepares Panchangam calendars of 90% temples in the United States.
Pranam, Radhe Radhe, Sri Ram Ram, Sita Ram, Jai Sri Ram.
Yes. So I want to kick off this conversation today by starting with the stotra that you wanted to say. So let's begin with that, and then I'll ask you a lot of questions.
So let's begin with first Guru Vandana, Ganapati Vandana, Hanumat Vandana, and Ram Vandana.
Ji.
Om Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha, Vakratunda Mahakaya, Koti Suryasma Prabha, Nirvignam Kurume Deva, Sarvakari Sarvada, Om Saraswate Namaha. Now we are going to do Hanumat Vandana. This, if you, anybody who is listening this, please write down this shloka, mantra. Whenever you have any trouble, this mantra will help you. If you want a job, if you want to have some trouble at work or anything. Om tasmin karya niyorge pramanam harisattama hanuman yatna masthaya dukha kshayakaro bhava. Om apadapamahartaram dataram sarvasampadam lokabhiramam Sri Ramam bhuyo bhuyo namamyaham. Sri Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaya Pataye Namaha. Om Hanumate Namaha. Because without Hanumanji's Krupa, nothing can happen. And we will paste this mantra also in our stream. So people who are basically listening this will be able to get it, this thing. So I am pasting this mantra here for everybody's benefit here. So as you must have gotten the mantra, so you can use it. It's in Sanskrit. I will try to put it in English later on. But right now, this is the one.
Okay. Thank you so much, Pandit ji. So, I want to set some context for today's conversation. We have had multiple conversations recently, जिसमें हमने बात की वाल्मीकि रामायण के बारे में, जिसका मतलब है जो वाल्मीकि जी ने जो रामायण लिखी है इतिहास स्वरूप, उसके बारे में हमने बात की है। ईश्वर जी से भी बात की लास्ट टाइम। तो हमें पता है कि रामायण जो है वो 7 वॉल्यूम्स में ब्रोकन डाउन है। इट इज़ 7 डिफरेंट बुक्स एंड देन
Six.
yes, I mean 6 books by Valmiki, and there is
Valmiki.
one last Uttarkand, which is we don't know whose work it is, but it exists.
And actually, Maharishi Valmiki wrote only six. Somebody added later on seventh work. The language is also different. So I
जी,
will say, if you go to if you find any book that has got Uttarkanda in Valmiki Ramayana, that is not authentic, I would say. I have seen part Veda also in that. So if
जी,
you see anywhere only six one, that is the one six Kanda, which
हुँ,
is Balkand, Ayodhya Kand, Aranya Kand, Kishkinda Kand, Sundar Kand, and Yuddha Kand. Those
जी,
are the one
जी,
official. But
by
people may
Valmiki.
differ with me by Valmiki, but Valmiki wrote only six.
6. Yeah, and he also wrote it as history. So this is how he
History.
like he saw all of this and then he wrote on it. So far, upcoming there is Ram Navami soon. So we've been talking about Sri Ram quite a lot. And recently in the past live stream, we have talked about Balakand, where he was very, very young. He's traveled with Brahmarshi Vishwamitra, and he's gone all the way to Mithila, where he participates in Sita Swayamvar, and then he and him and Sita Mai, they are going back towards Ayodhya. तो आज हम बात करेंगे उसके थोड़ा सा आगे अयोध्या कांड के बारे में। सो इवन बिफोर वी स्टार्ट टॉकिंग अबाउट अयोध्या कांड, मुझे थोड़ा सा ऑडियंस के लिए बताना था कि कॉन्टेक्स्ट क्या है, एंड ऑफ कोर्स आई आल्सो वांट द ऑडियंस टू नो कि उनको जो भी सवाल है आप प्लीज पेस्ट करें। हम सारे ही सवाल लाइव स्ट्रीम में लेंगे, किसी को भी हम ऐसे नहीं होगा कि हमने आंसर नहीं किया। पंडित माहेश शास्त्री जी इज वेरी वेरी नॉलेजेबल एंड ही विल आंसर ऑल ऑफ आवर क्वेश्चंस। So please post if you have any questions. And to get started, जो अयोध्या कांड है उसमें चारों राजकुमारों के बारे में वाल्मीकि जी ने काफी प्रशंसा की है। तो जो श्री राम थे वो सबसे बड़े हैं, उनके बाद शायद भरत जी है, एंड देन देर इज लक्ष्मण एंड शत्रुघ्न हु आर द ट्विंस। तो उनके बारे में क्या लिखा है वाल्मीकि, श्री वाल्मीकि ऋषि वाल्मीकि ने। वी शुड स्टार्ट विद भरत आई थिंक।
Before we start, I want to add one thing. After 500 years, we are going to celebrate Ram Navami in the Ram temple.
जी,
Bolo Jai Ram Ji ki sab log
जय
saath
श्री
mein.
राम।
And this is like, I'm having a goosebump just thinking about that. Like, like first time Ram Navami after 500 years in Ram temple. That also very grand Ram temple.
जी,
And those who have not seen, that's a picture behind Shruti. That is a Ram temple.
यस,
So uh, Ayodhya Kand completed Lord Rama and all brothers, like Rama married to Sita Mata, and then Bharat Shatrugna married to respectively, then they came and then they were growing up. And one day, his maternal uncle, Bharata's maternal uncle, we know that हमने देखा है कि we have seen that Rama and Lakshman were Lord Rama and Lakshman were inseparable,
जी, जी,
and Bharat and Shatrughna were inseparable. Actually, all are form of Lord Vishnu. Actually, all are Lord. So, because when Brahma decided, when Brahma asked for the help from Vishnu, he said, "I will go on. I will take a birth as Ram to kill Ravan." Then he also told all the gods, "Why don't you go on earth and take birth? Give the birth using the Vanaras wives, to respect you, like so." So using that boon from Brahma, Vali was born through Indra.
जी,
Sugriva was born through Lord Sun, And then there was the Null, that who was an architect. He was born through
जी,
Vishwakarma,
yes,
respectively.
जी,
So, and then, so likewise, they all came. And then Lord Vishnu took four births according to Valmiki Ramayana. One as Lord Ram himself, Bharat and Shatrughna. Four of them were Lord Vishnu himself,
जी,
according to Valmiki Ramayana.
जी.
So then his maternal uncle Yudhajit, you
That is
know,
भरत जी के मामा जी है।
Bharat ji ke Mamaji,
Mhm.
Yudhajit came to, like, it's Kaikei. Now Kaikei is at presently somewhere in KPK region in Pakistan, because the way it shows in the map, or Afghanistan, KPK region, that area.
जी,
So that is the area basically. So he came and to Ayodhya. So he
Mhm.
took, he wanted to take Bharat with him, like
जी,
chalo mama ke ghar, and you must be excited to. Everybody is excited to go to mama's place. I was excited, very excited. Let
जी।
me tell you.
Yeah, it is
So
actually very timeless I feel like because अभी last week was spring break and my मेरे जो husband के sister के बेटे हैं जो husband मेरे मामा हैं उनके वो अपने मामा के घर हमारे घर पे रहने आए थे एक वीक के लिए वो he is very happy here क्योंकि बहुत मस्ती करने मिलती है इधर तो
सो मामा के घर पे कौन नहीं जाना चाहता.
जी
सो भरत जी के साथ में शत्रुघ्न भी चले गए, और वाल्मीकि जी से गच्छता मातुलकुलम भरतेन तदा नगः शत्रुघ्नो नित्य शत्रुघ्नो नितः प्रीति पुरस्कृतः. सो मातुलकुलम मीन्स मैटरनल अंकल, गच्छता मीन्स सेट आउट गोइंग,
जी
भरतेन तदा Anaga means the sinless one. Kaun Nitya Shatrugna. Who is Nitya Shatrugna? One who
जी
is always successful in destroying his foes,
enemies जी
enemies. Shatru, और फिर Priti Puraskrita, endowed with affections, Mama ke. And Yudhajit was equally loving both Bharat and Shatrughna. He had no difference. He never saw any difference between Ram, Lakshman, Bharat, Shatrughna, actually.
जी जी
Yeah, so Kaikai Raj was very straight in that.
हम्म,
So Bharat, while going maternal uncle house, taken his Bharat Shatrughna, along
हम्म,
with it, and then treated with good hospitality and paternal love,
हम्म,
by his maternal uncle Yudhajit, Bharat's maternal uncle. So Yudhajit means what? Who was the Lord of Calvary, जो पूरी जो Calvary होती है ना, उसका
जी
स्वामी.
जी
So Bharat stayed with his brother Shatrughna there. Those heroes were of valor. Bharat and Shatrughna काफी बलवान थे, विष्णु के अवतार चारों माने जाते, तो ऐसे तो नहीं होता ना, अकॉर्डिंग टू
जी
वाल्मीकि रामायण. एंड मामा के घर में दे वर एंजॉयिंग ऑल द कंफर्ट एंड रिमेम्बरिंग their age-old father. So,
Okay, this is how then
so
Ayodhya Kand starts.
that's how Ayodhya Kand. So it also says Matulena Shapatina Putra Snehena Lalitah.
Mhm.
So uh, so they were all were
Happy.
enjoying, like. And
जी,
then Raja Pito Mahateja Sasmara Prochito Sutau
Mhm.
Ubo Bharat Shatrugno Mahendra Varuno Pamau. What he says is the mighty Dasharatha. Mahateja means who? Raja P, the king also.
जी,
So the mighty Dasharatha was often remembering his sons Bharat and Shatrugna, who were out of his state, Ayodhya, who
जी.
were equivalent to Indra and Varuna.
Hmm.
Now Dasharath loved all of his son equally. Okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
equally. So, but he was loving Ram little more. Okay.
जी, थोड़ा फेवरेट ज़्यादा थे वो श्री राम उनके।
क्योंकि राम के तो सबके फेवरेट है ना, तो दशरथ तो
नो
दशरथ है
एक्सेप्शन।
ना, ही वाज
जी,
फादर,
जी।
और सबको इक्वली प्रेम करते थे, जैसे वो चारों के चारों उसके शरीर में से आए हो,
हुँ,
वैसे.
हुँ,
सो
हुँ।
बट राम, like Brahma among all living beings,
जी,
the most virtuous among those brothers.
जी,
क्योंकि सब भाई उनकी बात मानते थे. And the mightiest was the great source of joy for his father. Teshapi Mahateja Ramo Rati Karah Pituhu. Rati
जी,
Karah means source of delight.
जी.
Swayambhuva Bhutanam Babuva Gunavattarah.
Mhm.
So Rama, Lord Ram, was the great source of joy for father. Okay.
Shri Krishna. Ji.
And why not?
Mhm.
Now, these are the words of Valmiki Rishi. What he
Ji.
says is, Sahi Devera Udrinasya Ravanasya Vadarthi Bihi. मतलब क्या है? Arthito Manushe Loke Jagne Vishnu Sanatanaha. The whole meaning is that Rama was he not eternal Vishnu?
Ji.
Jagne means take the, Jagne he means born.
Mhm.
Born on earth as prayed by celestials,
Ji.
Devaira,
Mhm.
to kill egoistic, Udrinasya,
Ji.
arrogant Ravan,
Ji.
Vadarthi Bihi, by the desires of slaying. Right?
Mhm.
And then after the birth, like जैसे देवताओं की माता Aditi gave birth to Indra, and she was like based among the celestial, like Kaushalya, shone by her son Rama the mighty. Remember, Dasharatha had three wives.
Ji.
Kaikeyi was the favorite one because she was the youngest one. And in same in Ayodhya Kanda, later when Kaikeyi asks, like the for the two boons, and then Rama went to see his mother to take her permission. She says, I was never the favorite one
Mhm.
because sometimes I felt that I was lower than Kaikeyi's dasi.
Ji.
Remember this?
In
But
status.
yes, so
Yeah.
she felt that, and
Yeah.
she said that when after your birth you are the first one. I thought when you will become a king, my status will be elevated, at least
Mhm.
not higher than Kaikeyi, but equal to Kaikeyi. And
Ji.
but when she says those words, she does not hate Kaikeyi. Remember this,
Ji. Ji.
okay?
Yeah.
So, and then why not? And then Ram, because Lord Swami Vasishtha adds, Rama was beautiful in the form,
Ji.
hero of valor,
Ji.
without envy. Rama had no envy, वो ईर्ष्या नहीं थी.
Mhm.
Not, he wasn't jealous. Sahi rupo pannascha virvan anusuyaka. Anusuyaka means free from envy.
Ji.
Bhumo anupamah sunu gunair dashratho pamaha.
Ji.
So dashratho pamaha means equal to Dashratha. Bhumo means on this earth. So Rama was beautiful in form, hero of valor, without any envy. By virtues, he was like Dashratha. In this way, he was incomparable son on the earth.
जी।
Okay.
ऐसे कहते थे ना कि श्री राम मेरे ख्याल से वाल्मीकि रामायण ऑल्सो मेंशन्स दिस आई डोंट नो द एग्जैक्ट सर्गा एंड श्लोका बट इट मेंशन्स कि श्री राम जहाँ पे भी जाते थे उनके विसिनिटी में हमेशा यू विल ऑलवेज फील वेरी काम यू नो बिकॉज ही वाज सो काम सो देयर इज नो
Some people have that aura, like
जी
when you see people around the, when you are around them you feel peace. you
हम्म,
know when you see some people, you find they are very arrogant and you don't feel happy. Some
जी
people, always smiley, like 90 smile, right? And not really 90 that was just, I was just exaggerating. But
जी
I mean, I wanted to say smiley face.
जी
When you see somebody smiley face, your half of the worries are gone. So
गॉन
Rama was always smiley. That Rama was
आई
always peaceful in mind.
Yeah, and I don't think you can attain that kind of, like you cannot have that kind of effect on others unless you don't have jealousy and you don't have all those, just like what you said, Abhi ke Valmiki Ramayana is mentioning that कि उनमें jealousy नहीं है, ego नहीं है, ये सब चीजें नहीं है, तो obviously he is definitely very very positive as a personality, and you'll feel calm in his presence.
There was one movie which that had this dialogue. I cannot say that the name of the movie, nor I know that, nor I care. But they say, अपना दोस्त अगर दुखी होता है ना तो दिल जलता है, मगर वो अपने से आगे जाता है ना तो दिल बहुत डरता है. Ram was not like that.
Like that.
Remember,
जी,
Ram is like, he was, if somebody is sad, he was sad. Somebody is happy, he is happy. Otherwise, it is difficult to give the whole kingdom to Bharat.
जी,
Remember this.
जी,
And the Rama was always peaceful in the mind and spoke softly. He
हुँ,
did not even react, even
जी,
to the hard words spoken by others. उनके लिए कोई अगर कुछ बोलता है ना तो कुछ तो भी वो उसको दिल पे नहीं लेते थे. और
जी,
वो भी क्या ना राम के ऊपर कोई उपकार करेगा छोटा सा तो वाल्मीकि जी कहते हैं कथंचित उपकारेण कृते नैकेन तुष्यति
हुँ,
न स्मरत्य अपकाराणाम शतमपि आत्मवत्तया.
हुँ,
अगर कोई भी व्यक्ति ने थोड़ा सा भी उपकार किया हो राम के ऊपर,
जी,
कोई अच्छा सोचा भी हो, थॉट गुड अबाउट लॉर्ड राम, सो राम के ऊपर अगर वो हजारों भी कुछ सौ कुछ उनके ऊपर कुछ बैड थिंग्स करे,
जी,
राम जी को कभी भी वो दिल पे नहीं लाते थे. ही वुडंट टेक इट टू द हार्ट. सो
जी,
दैट इज लॉर्ड राम. कोई
जी,
भी एक बात उनके लिए अच्छी बोले दिल से, सो ही न्यू. और राम वो कैसे है ना, वो जब भी वेन एवर ही यूज टू प्रैक्टिस आर्चरी ना, वो
जी,
क्षत्रिय थे ना तो आर्चरी और फिर वेदाभ्यास भी किया था ही उन्होंने. वेद वेदांग ही लर्न एवरीथिंग. सो बीच में जब भी अंतर मिलता था ना, whenever he got some
ब्रेक,
time in
ब्रेक,
between a break,
जी,
he used to talk the learned people, elderly people, to get more knowledge.
हुँ,
So Shila Vruddhair Jnana Vruddhaihir Vayo Vruddhaishcha Sajjane
जी,
कथयान नास्त वै नित्यम अत्र योग्यान तरेष्वपि. मैं थोड़ा संधि विच्छेद करके बात कर रहा हूं, इसके
हुँ,
लिए बीच में मैंने विसर्ग डाला है.
जी,
So whenever he finds some time while practicing archery, Rama used to converse with elderly people. Elder by what? Not by the age, by way of conduct or wisdom or age or
जी,
in knowledge
जी,
with good natured people. So
हुँ,
for राम जी के लिए कोई व्यक्ति ज्ञानी हो, उनसे कम एज वाला हो ना, so he will touch his feet.
राइट,
He will give them respect.
जी,
आजकल तो हम लोग देखते हैं ना कि whenever we see some like younger person even more knowledgeable than us, right?
हुँ,
हम दूर से ही नमस्कार कर देते हैं. वी डू नॉट टच देयर फीट, राइट?
जी,
राम जी नेवर हैड दैट.
जी,
राम जी वुड लाइक always respect everyone. That is by knowledge. Okay, so age, so elderly in sense of the knowledge,
हुँ,
elderly in sense of way of conduct,
हुँ,
not not just age,
जी,
and in good nature.
हुँ,
So Ramji was a wise man. He used to speak sweetly, you know,
हुँ,
and he was always the first man to initiate the talk. You know, whenever you go, like I've been to Europe and like we take train, right? People nowadays are on the phone, right, doing something, right? They wouldn't even talk to the one who is sitting next to them, right?
जी,
राम जी शोल्डर पे हाथ रख के, भाई सब ठीक है ना. That is Ramji. So that's why the Valmiki ji says, बुद्धिमान मधुरा भाषी पूर्व भाषी प्रियम वद. पूर्व भाषी means पहले ही start
कन्वर्सेशन,
conversation, पहले one who initiate the talk, you know.
हुँ,
और वो भी he doesn't have to because he's वीर्यवान च वीर्येण महत्ता स्वेन विस्मितः. I mean he's not even arrogant. उसके पास you know कितनी शक्ति थी ना. रावण had was very powerful, such he had so much ego. Remember रामबाण वो जो कहते हैं ना, he can one who can kill Vali, one who can with one arrow
जी,
can shoot that arrow through the series of 7 trees
जी,
and shoot down all of them
दैट इज़
and
राम,
can kill Vali.
या
So he was such a powerful. He has killed so many demons.
जी,
Remember this.
जी। और ये जो एक बाण की आपने बात कही मेरे ख्याल से वो काफ़ी मराठी में यूज़ होता है कि जैसे रामबाण उपाय बोलते हैं मतलब गिव मी लाइक वन लाइक सॉल्यूशन दैट विल वर्क राइट दैट इज़ हाउ इट मीन्स। तो शायद वो उसी से आया है कि जैसे मेरी नानी कहती थी ना कि श्री राम ने अगर एक बार बाण ले लिया तो it will hit the target. There is no question about it, right?
There is no question about it. There
Extremely
is no
skilled.
question. Yeah.
जी,
So the thing is, so when I was a kid, like we used to get newspaper like in our mother tongue. So
जी,
there used to be ad on the top of like one on the left side, one on the right side. ये दर्द की रामबाण दवा ये है ले लो. इसका रामबाण इलाज ये है ले लो. You
जी.
know. So likewise, रामबाण मतलब उसका कोई उत्तर ही नहीं है. वो
One
अगर
solution
लगेगा
that
तो
will
होगा
work.
ही होगा.
जी, हाँ, one solution that will work.
One
Yes.
solution for
हुँ,
so, so he did not speak untruth. Nacha anruta katho. Matlab never indulged in falsehood. He
जी,
was all knowing. Vidwan vruddhanam prati pujakaha. He used to be receptive and worshipful of elder. He was all knowing. People
हुँ,
used to love him.
जी,
And he used to love people. Anuraktaha prajabhischa prajanchapi anuranjate means he used to love his subject. So this is the beautiful language of Swami Valmiki. Very beautiful. And he was very kind-hearted. And he was compassionate to the distress. जो भी कोई दुखी होता था ना, he was very compassionate. Okay.
जी,
Cool-headed,
हुँ,
righteous one, a worshipper of all Brahmin. Here, Brahmin does not mean one who wear the thread, a knowledgeable.
जी,
Parmam Janeti Brahmana. One who knows the truth is Brahmin. He was always self-restrained and
हुँ,
pure in the spirit. Sanu Kosho, Jitakrodo. Jitakrodo means who have conquered the anger.
जी,
Brahmana Prati Pujakaha, Dina Nu Kampi Dharmagno.
हुँ,
So who have like compassionate to distressed one. Okay. So that's what the Lord, he was Lord Ram was. Okay.
हुँ,
So and he entertained thoughts befitting his great befitting his great dynasty.
हुँ,
क्योंकि अपने वंश के अनुसार वो कार्य करते थे. He was very proud of his dynasty
जी,
and honored the code of conduct of Kshatriya. He always honored the code of conduct of Kshatriya. He believed one could attain heavenly abode through his great achievement.
हुँ,
Whatever one will do the work by karma yoga, one
हुँ,
can achieve the heaven or whatever the highest abode they want to reach. So that is Ram.
हुँ,
So he says, a learned man. He evinced no interest in pursuit that did not contribute to one's welfare.
हुँ,
अगर वो अपने वेलफेयर की चिंता करते ही नहीं थे
जी,
or had any liking for speaking against others. He
हुँ,
would not speak any bad against other. But in debates, for his oratorial prowess, he
जी,
was comparable to Brahaspati.
जी,
The word here is Vachaspatir Yatha. Vachaspati means whatever whoever says will become true.
हुँ,
Basically, that is Brahaspati
हुँ,
also you can use, right?
हुँ। तो ये मुझे याद है लाइक व्हेन आई वाज ग्रोइंग अप दिस वाज आल्सो अ थिंग दैट वाज सो डिस्कस्ड अबाउट श्री राम कि कहते थे कि उनको कोई डिस्कशन में हरा ही नहीं पाएगा बिल्कुल भी मतलब ही वाज सो काम एंड कंपोज्ड एंड येट very very clear in terms of putting forth his points and impossible to defeat in any kind of
Actually, you are right. The one thing when the Bharat went with whole army and everything with all of his gurus, Jabali, Vamdeva,
जी
Vasishtha, and everybody went to like convince Ramji to come back,
come
right?
back जी
So Jabali, I mean, Jabali was a very great, knowledgeable scholar. He wasn't like ordinary scholar, right?
जी
So he wasn't like ordinary person, Jabali ji, Swami Jabali. So he convinced Lord Ram, tried to convince Lord Ram that you should follow your family's tradition and this and that. And then he says, you are not speaking truth. I am very sorry that my father appointed you as a priest. You know, he literally says that,
जी
and you are not speaking the truth. You are not speaking the dharma. And then Vasishtha Maharushi, Vasishtha, Brahmarshi Vasishtha, Swami Vasishtha had to intervene, and he said he knows what is best, but he was trying to convince you. And
जी,
Rama also smiled. He knew
जी,
that. Like, so it is difficult to defeat Lord Ram in defeat in any debate. So
जी,
Lord Ram was young, eloquent, healthy, free from any disease. अपने को तो बारी बारी even we get some pollen hits, we get sick, you know.
जी,
So, and he was conscious of right time and place.
mhm,
He was capable of ascertaining the potentiality of man. What is the potential of each and every person?
जी,
What good can be done? He
mhm,
was born as a sage in this world.
जी,
So bestowed with such qualities, the Prince Rama became favorite of his subject. He was like vital life outside their bodies, you know. For people,
जी,
Bahischara, exterior,
mhm,
Prana Iva Babuva. So he was like Pran.
mhm,
He was like Pran for his subjects, vital life. And
जी,
then, after completing his education properly,
mhm,
Ram, after knowing all the Veda along with Vedangas as prescribed,
mhm,
Samyak Vidya Vratasnato, Yatha Vatsanga Vedavit, Vatsanga Vedavit,
mhm.
Ishwastre cha Pitusreshto Babuva Bharatagrajah, Bharata Agraja, who was elder than Bharat,
भरत,
Lord Ram.
जी,
Okay, so as prescribed, became better than his father in use of bow and arrow. Remember,
जी,
Dashrath knew was best archer actually. He could use
yes.
Shabdavedi Ban. You know
And
that, right?
his teacher was also Shri Vasishtha, na?
Ah,
So, this,
and Ram was lucky he had
both,
Swami Vasishtha and Swami Vishwamitra. Both best of the both the worlds.
एंड आई थिंक दशरथ जो आपने अभी बात कही ना, इट ऑल्सो मेक्स मी रिमेम्बर के जो शब्द वेदी है, दैट मीन्स दैट यू विल लाइक यू डोंट इवन हैव टू सी, राइट? यू योर आईज विल बी क्लोज्ड, यू विल हियर द साउंड and you will hit the arrow in that direction, or you'll release the arrow in that direction, and it will hit the target. That is the skill that we're talking about. It was also very well known about Prithviraj Chauhan, right? जितना मैंने पढ़ा है उसके उनके
Yeah,
बारे में.
so Shabdavedi Ban, the anything faster than sound is light.
जी,
Okay,
जी,
and then to travel faster than sound, like because to Shabdavedi Ban means one has to shoot, the arrow has to go
faster
faster
than,
than sound,
yeah.
because AM, FM, you can hear pretty much in wide area, right? It
जी,
goes everywhere at the same time.
mhm,
Now, if somebody makes a sound and moves away quickly, remember, then he will take time. He has to point. He has to shoot.
yeah.
It will be a while. But remember this: he was so quick. So that was a powerful. So Dashrath Raja was not ordinary
Mhm.
archer. We nobody talks much about the Ramayana. We have how great King Dashratha was. Remember, at one point when Kaikeyi, that mantra, the kubja told, like, take to those things, and you
Mhm,
go to the your palace where you can stay there, like, the as angry, put on the normal clothes, she went there, and then Dashratha went there, he saw Kaikeyi, and he says, what do you want, honey? The
mhm.
entire earth is in my control.
जी,
Entire earth is in my control.
जी,
Okay. I am the king of the earth. You tell me, what do you want?
जी,
What is lacking you? So that was Dashratha. To become the king of the earth, it wasn't that easy.
जी. And no wonder then that Sri Ram was such a good archer, because his father is also such a good archer, ना? तो वो तो मतलब वो स्किल तो आना ही था उनके पास.
And it comes to the Vansha Parampara. Because he was born in a noble descent, he was saintly.
जी.
Raghu Raja was also saintly. There was one story that I heard that once Raghu Raja was tired and he sat under the tree. So the Vayu Devta came and said, any order for me? So he says, nothing right now, but I just have one request. He said, what? When some lady is taking rest under the tree in my kingdom, wherever on the earth, basically, don't use your force. Otherwise, her clothes will fly, and that is not good.
Okay.
So that is Raghu Raja.
Ji.
Remember,
And also the
such a
same
noble person.
Ji and same Vansh, matlab
Same one,
Shri Ram.
Raghu Raja, same one. So that's why he is called Raghav, right? Once born in, and
Rag.
Kaushalya Mata used to call Ramji Raghav.
Ji.
Remember this.
Ji.
So he was born in a noble descent. He was saintly. He was man without meanness. He wasn't mean.
Ji.
He was truthful and man of high morale,
Mhm.
simple. The training he received under qualified sages was conversant with Dharma and Artha
Ji.
and made him well disciplined. See, remember, he was very well disciplined, Lord Rama was. So
Ji.
that's why it's called Maryada Purushottam.
Purushottam. Ji.
Maryada Purushottam.
Ji.
So Dharma Kamartha Tattvagniha Smrutivan Pratibhanavan Lokaike Samayachare Krita Kalpo Visharadaha. He knew the true nature of Dharma, Artha and Kama. With sharp memory, he was genius,
Ji.
very high IQ level. He was God Vishnu.
Ji.
He was highly skilled in accomplishing tasks related to social practices and customs. He knew like हम लोग किसी के घर पे जाते हैं ना तो गिफ्ट लेके जाना चाहिए like सॉ नॉर्मल या तो
Ji.
फ्लावर्स लेके जाना चाहिए टेंपल में जाते हैं तो राइट
Ji.
those are the common things. And so Lord Ram and whatever social practices and customs prevailing at that time,
Mhm.
he was expert. And Rama was modest, did not reveal his inner feelings.
Ji.
And somebody wants to talk to him, take
Mhm.
his advice, or he wants to take advice. He always counseled in secrecy.
Mhm.
The best thing I learned in my college was to be a good manager.
Mhm.
When somebody has and you should tell your subjects not in front of many people but in private to
Ji.
become a good manager. So Ram always counseled in secrecy and had good friends.
Okay.
Never was his anger or pleasure in vain. Whenever he became angry, it was a never in vain. He
Mhm.
knew the occasion when to sacrifice and when to exercise restraint.
Ji.
And he was firm in his devotion and steady in intellect.
Mhm.
Dृढ़ भक्ति ही स्थिर प्रज्ञो
Mhm.
स्थिर प्रज्ञा
Ji.
प्रज्ञा मीन्स intellect.
Ji.
नासद्ग्राही न च दुर्वचा
Mhm.
means न असद्ग्राही न दुर्वचा means not want to accept anything ignoble.
Mhm.
नो बैड वर्ड्स कभी भी किसी के ऊपर बैड वर्ड्स नहीं यूज करते थे नेवर सेड बैड वर्ड्स टू एनीवन he was not swayed by emotion people swayed by their emotion all the time on the earth
Ji.
or prone to idleness. He was never idle. He
Mhm.
were never procrastinate anything.
Mhm.
He knew his fault as well as of others
Mhm.
because he's Lord Ram, he's God Vishnu, right? He
Ji.
knew everything. And Lord Ram, people knows him only as a archer. Okay,
Mhm.
no. Shastragna, Kritagnyascha, Purushanantara Kovidaha.
Mhm.
Purusha Anantara Kovidaha means skill in differentiating in the comparative merits
Ji.
of man.
Mhm.
Yah pragrahanugrahayoho yatha nyayam vichakshana depending. He was fair in his judgment. He was well versed in scriptures. He was grateful to those who did him some good and skilled in differentiating the comparative merits of the man.
Mhm.
Fair in his judgment, he dispensed justice in according to the law by reprimanding If somebody is really needs that, if doing bad, he will reprimand them. And somebody is honest, he will favor them. So that is Ram.
Mhm.
Satsangraha pragrahane sthana vinigrahasya cha ayakramanyupayajnah sandrashta vyaya karmavid. He was killed. So he was killed. People think that he was only archer. Okay, he knows Shastra. He does
जी.
not know economics. No, he
Mhm.
was killed in receiving and encouraging righteous and punishing the wicked. He
Mhm.
knew whom to punish. He knew the right means of raising revenue
Mhm.
and spending the money in prescribed manner. When you raise revenue as a king, you have to spend on the right people,
जी,
right?
जी.
And he obtained great skill in groups of sciences along with their subsidiaries.
Mhm. सो ऐसा लग रहा है जैसे सब कुछ ही पता है, फाइनेंसेस पता है, जो जो युद्ध शास्त्र है वो भी पता है. एक लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स दैट यू आर मेंशनिंग, दे आर ऑल काइंड ऑफ, दे आर सेइंग दैट probably knew everything.
And I will request everybody, please read Valmiki Ramayana once.
जी.
Even if you love Tulsi Ramayana, Swami Valmiki goes into great detail,
Mhm.
Rama. So he obtained great skill in groups of science along with subsidiaries only after having grasped the philosophy of Artha, which is statecraft, and Dharma, which is what is righteous and what is not righteous. He sought pleasure. After
Mhm.
knowing what is right and what is wrong,
Mhm.
he was never indolent.
Mhm.
Remember this. So Lord Ram knew how to differentiate. He had a vivek,
Mhm.
power of discrimination. Okay.
जी.
He had understanding of art and craft,
Mhm.
useful for entertainment. So people thought, okay, he was in jungle for 14 years. He doesn't know art. He doesn't know craft. He doesn't know entertainment. No.
Mhm.
Swami Valmiki says, Vaiharikanam Shilpanam Vignatartha Vibhagavit Arohe Vinaye Chaiva Yukto Varanavajinam. He had understanding of art and crafts, useful for entertainment. He knew proper ways of dispensing wealth. He was experienced in riding elephant and horses and
Mhm.
humbling them.
जी.
Now this is very good. He was
Mhm.
best archer. Even people, other archers, who are really great rathis, atirathis, maharathis,
जी.
also admitted Dhanur Veda Vidam Sreshto Loke Atiratha Sammatah
जी.
Abhiyata Praharta cha Sena Nayaka Visharada.
Mhm.
Now he was based among those skilled in archery in this world.
Got it. I
He
have one
was,
question,
yes.
Pandit ji.
Hmm?
What is Maharati and what is Atirathi? Those seem like titles.
Yes, so actually, in our Indian army, we have a title, right? Zero soldier means footman, right? And then
जी,
I do not know those titles, but we have a
जी,
colonel, major, and then we have general, right? So we have in army in olden days, we had zero soldiers were called padatika, means who was march on the foot,
जी,
or infantryman. Okay,
Mhm,
the main army, right, was composed of compromise of this padatik, the most of people.
mhm.
Then ashwarohi means who riding the horses. they were
Cavalry.
e- they were equal to 12 padatik or 12 infantrymen. They were officers in the army and they
जी,
controlled the padatik.
जी.
Okay, gaja, those are the soldiers who fight on elephant
Mhm,
back, and
जी,
equal to 12 ashwarohi. These
mhm,
elephants were well trained for the war and
mhm,
was main part of the army. And
mhm.
then ardharathis are the soldier who fight on chariot and equal to one gaja or 12 ashwarohi.
ओह!
So gaja
मुझे ये
arohi and ardharathi are equal.
जी, मुझे तो ऐसे लगता था कि रथी इज़ मोस्टली द पर्सन हू इज़ नेविगेटिंग द एक्चुअल वॉरियर इन द बैटलफील्ड.
No,
तो
these are so the Rathi is somebody who is riding on the chariot, who fight on chariot.
Okay. So they
Okay,
are
that
not
is
just
Rathi.
navigating the warrior, they are also participating in.
Participating in the war,
तो
like they
जब
are.
हम कहते हैं कि कृष्ण जो थे, श्री कृष्ण जो थे वो अर्जुन के रथी बन गए थे ना? तो
वो उनके सारथी बने थे, रथी
सारथी।
नहीं बने थे, सारथी, विच इज अ डिफरेंट वर्ड. ओके,
जी, जी,
सारथी रथी,
रथी।
लाइक साथ में ही बैठे थे ना, उनको
जी,
चला रहे थे.
जी।
अभी कृष्णा was treated as
रथी।
महारथी, महारथी. Okay,
जी, जी।
so he is like on the highest form, like
नेक्स्ट
same as Lord Ram. Okay,
हाँ, मुझे लगता था कि उन्होंने तो मतलब he made sure that he navigated through the battlefield so well, but it
because
seems
he was the whole commander in, he was the general,
जी,
Ram, see, he was the general. So let's not compare him here,
no,
because
okay,
that will
let's
mess up the whole. He
no.
was beyond all these grades.
हाँ, नहीं, नहीं, मुझे
So
मतलब वो सुन के ऐसा लगता था कि रथी जो है वो खाली नेविगेट करे, बट फ्रॉम
वो
व्हाट यू आर
सारथी थे, वो सारथी मतलब वो सारथी जो अश्वों को हाँकता है ना, वो. बट
जी,
ही हैज टू लिसन टू द रथ, द पर्सन हु इज ऑन द चैरियट, ही विल गाइड हिम. बट
जी,
if you have a good Sarthi, like Sumantra was his Dashratha's minister, remember,
हुँ,
and Sarthi also, he used to guide him,
जी, जी,
remember.
हाँ,
So
हाँ,
so that is what it basically is important. The good Sarathi can guide one, otherwise they will follow,
जी.
you know.
That's also such an important task in the battle, I feel. And sorry, my original question was about Maharati and
Yeah,
Atirathi. So,
so Rathi, here the warriors who are equal to 12 are the Rathi.
जी,
So Yudhishthir, Nakul, Sahadev, Jayadratha, 99 Kaurava, Shakuni, and then Upapandavas, etc. They were example of Rathis.
जी,
Then comes Atirathi. Atirathis are warriors equal to 12 Rathis. These are the
हुँ,
main officers of the army. You can say major sort
जी,
of a post. And led a small part of troops with them, like Duryodhan, Bhim, Satyaki, Kichak, Jayadratha, Drupad, Gatotkacha, Shalya,
जी.
Vibhishan, Love, Kush. They were Atirathis. They were some popular Atirathis. Then comes Maharathi on top of it.
Oh,
So they are equal to 12 Atirathis.
wow, that's a
They are
really
like,
high title.
yes. So they are like, I think the one level down to lieutenant general or something like that.
हुँ,
So, well, they are as good as the general. You can
जी,
think about like Bhishma, Dronacharya, Kripacharya, Ravan. Ravan was equal to 5, 6 Maharathi actually.
जी,
You will say Kumbhakarna, Bhagadatta, Abhimanyu, Ashwasthama. They were all Maharathis. But
हुँ,
it is said that Arjuna was treated, and Bhishma was, and Karna was two Maharathi, equal to two Maharathi. And Ati Maharathi, this is the one
highest
who
title.
has, this is Lieutenant General, basically.
जी,
All the achievements in the weaponry is equal to 12 Maharathis.
ओह!
So Ramji, Krishnaji, Lakshman, Indrajit, Hanuman, Parshuram, all avatars of Vishnu's are Maha Atirathi.
ओके,
And the avatars of Shiva are Ati Maharathi. So, but when the God himself, Vishnu comes,
जी,
he is Maharathi,
जी।
because he is the
हाईएस्ट
main,
प्लेस
right? He is
पे
the main. From all the avatars are Ati Maharathi. So
जी,
Lord Vishnu, Shiva, Brahma, Ganesha, Kumara, and Matarani, they are all Maha Rathi. So
जी,
these are the like basically this thing. So what this last mantra says is, he was based among the skill in
राइट,
archery in the world. He was reckoned as a great wielder of war chariots and one who strikes
हुँ,
at the enemies by advancing toward them. He
जी,
was expert in commanding troops. One
हुँ,
of the example was in comes in Ayodhya Kanda, when they crossed the the ocean, and
हुँ,
then Ram automatically he says to Lakshmana, make some groups here, make some groups there, make some groups there. That is how he knew how to command the army.
जी,
So he cannot be repressed even by the enraged devas
Mhm.
or rakshasas in the battle. He was free from envy. He had subdued his anger and pride. If to become a great warrior, you have to subdue your anger and pride.
जी.
In cricket match, people do sledging, right? The why they use their anger to, so batsman will get out.
जी.
Ram, nobody can sledge
Not
Lord Ram.
जी.
He's beyond the sledging because says Anusuyo
Mhm.
means without any envy. Jitakrodo, who has won over his anger.
जी.
Okay, so he was never malicious. He's never anyone. He has never treated anyone unimportant,
Mhm.
any living being. Nor did he bow to the pressure of time. He
Mhm.
never bowed down to the pressure of time. Kala Vashanugaha.
Mhm.
He never bowed down. So, and then he also, the Prince Rama, with all those great virtues, was fair
Mhm.
to the people. He was agreeable to the three worlds.
Mhm.
By the patience and by the related virtues, he was equal to the earth.
जी.
Sammantah trishu lokeshu vasudayaha kshama gunaihi.
Mhm.
Equal to the earth.
Mhm.
In buddhi, in the wisdom to Brahaspati, buddhaya Brahaspate tulyo,
Mhm.
viryenapi shachipate. So in viryena means in the valor,
Mhm.
Shakti to Devendra. Who is Devendra? Shachipati, Indra.
Mhm.
So Ramabai's virtue was source of happiness to all the people and spring of joy to his father. As sun shines, his rays, Rama was shining, thus his virtue.
Mhm.
So even earth wanted Rama to be her lord
जी.
because it says, Tameva Vrata Sampannam Apradrishya Parakramam Lokapalo Pamam Natham Akamayata Medini.
Mhm.
Akamayata means desired. Medini means Prithvi.
Mhm.
So even earth wished Rama to be her lord because he was adorned with self-control
जी.
and norms of behavior.
Mhm.
So, and he was equal in valor, equal to lords like Indra, universal lord,
Mhm.
and Dashratha, who defeats his enemy, started thinking.
Mhm.
अभी दशरथ राजा के दिमाग में घंटियां चल रही है. नाउ वशिष्ठ ऋषि, महाऋषि स्वामी वशिष्ठ, स्वामी विश्वामित्र is saying, now Dasharatha is thinking about everything, and who defeats all of his enemy, thinking as follows after observing his son with so
Mhm.
many incomparable virtues. He says, my son is so has so many quality. He has defeated, he has killed many,
जी.
many, many, many demons along while he was with Swami Vishamitra. We saw that in Balkanda, right? So, like every father
Mhm.
want to see that his son becomes bigger than like the greater
जी.
name
जी.
than him. In my school, we had a principal called Mr. J.D. Desai.
Mhm.
So somebody said, usually kids are known by their name, but when
Mhm.
father is known by their son's name, that day is the great for the father, the
Mhm.
proud moment for the father. And Dashrath,
जी.
sage Dashrath, I would say, because he was literally right. He was thinking, will Ram become king while I'm still alive? Shall I enjoy that happiness?
जी.
A great loving thought was ringing in his mind that
Mhm.
when he would be able to see his beloved son Rama crowned as a king.
Mhm.
So, or why not?
Mhm.
Because जैसे earth likes raining cloud,
Mhm.
better like, so Rama is like by people
Mhm.
better than me. He desired development of the world and he has compassion towards all living being.
जी.
And why not? Because Yama Shakra Samovirye.
Mhm.
Rama is equal to Yama and Devendra in valor. Remember.
Mhm. Mhm.
Mahidara Samodrityam. Mahidar matlab a mountain.
Mhm.
So he, in the firmness, he is equal to the Mahidara mountain.
See.
Matascha gunavattaram, mati means in buddhi,
Mhm.
in wisdom. He
Mhm.
is equal to Brahaspati. So
Mhm.
he is more virtuous than me. Shall I attain heaven after seeing it at this, in this age? Now he tells, I am already thousands years old. He doesn't say thousand, thousands years old.
Yeah.
So later on, after seeing this age, will I be able to see my son ruling entire earth?
Mhm.
Rama had many other virtues beyond whatever we have stated here,
Mhm.
not seen any other king during those times. His
Mhm.
virtues cannot be counted. असितगिरि समम स्यात् कज्जलम सिंधु पात्रे
Mhm.
सुरतरवर शाखा लेखनीम पत्र मुर्वी लिखति यदि गृहीत्वा शारदा सर्वकालम तदपि तव गुणानाम ईशपारम न याति. So it is like this. So even earth, there is big paper as big as earth,
Mhm.
and ink as big as ocean, and goddess Saraswati herself write the grace of Ishvara, still it will be endless. So Rama had much more virtues, cannot be counted. They are
जी.
the best in the world. Seeing this type of virtuous Ram, Dashratha along with his ministers decided to make the Rama the prince. So but then, whenever you have a good thought, कभी कभी दाहिनी आंख वो left eyes, वो होने लगती
जी.
है.
जी.
बिल्ली रास्ता काट देती है,
जी.
वैसे उनको अपशुकुन होने लगा.
जी.
So he thought, okay, that's fine. Whenever my son will become the king, my
Mhm.
worries will end, because people love him. So we
Mhm.
should have him a king.
जी, एक मुझे क्वेश्चन था यहाँ पे, ये अभी जहाँ पे जिस पॉइंट पे वाल्मीकि रामायण में हम आए हैं, वहाँ पे बेसिकली किंग दशरथ इज़ थिंकिंग अबाउट क्राउनिंग प्रिंस
Crown
राम
prince, Yuvaraj,
क्राउन
making
हाँ,
him a
तो
Yuvaraj,
राज
crown prince.
बनाना चाहते थे उनको कि
हाँ.
इट विल बी अ स्टेटस अपडेट बेसिकली दैट
Status
ऑल
update. So he's the next in command. So if anything happens to him, he will be the one
श्री राम विल बी
officially the king,
टेकिंग केयर
basically.
जी,
Or when the due time comes, he will be the king.
बी द किंग तो जो प्रिंस थे उससे उनको बनाने वाले थे क्राउन्ड प्रिंस मतलब
Crown
युवराज
Prince Yuvraj. So,
जी,
but when you make somebody Yuvraj, you think of him as a king, right? As a
ऑलरेडी
future, always future king. Otherwise, क्यों बनाएंगे ना?
जी,
फालतू में तो कोई नहीं बनाएंगे ना. So King Dashratha called other kings and officers staying in like various cities or neighboring,
हुँ,
in his kingdom separately. So, but he did not call two people.
हुँ,
Kaikaya Raj means Ashwapati. The Kaikeyi is father and father of Sita Mata, King Janaka.
है ना?
Both were very wise.
ओके, तो उन दोनों को भूल गए वो इनवाइट करना।
वो सोचे कि बाद में उनको गुड न्यूज मिलेगा क्योंकि दे कैन हियर इट आफ्टरवर्ड्स, राइट.
तो ये जो फर्स्ट वन यू मेंशन्ड इज़ एक्चुअली भरत जी के मामा।
अश्वपति,
ओके, या
महाराज
उनकी
अश्वपति वो कैकेयी के राजा
हाँ
थे.
जी, ओके।
कैकेयी राज्य के राजा, इसके लिए कैकेयी. नाउ व्हाई? बिकॉज कैकेया king Ashwapati was very wise. Actually, he served one of the Mahatma and he got a boon. Like you will be able to understand the language of the birds and animals and
ओह!
snakes and everybody.
हुँ, हुँ,
So he was enjoying that basically. One day he was sleeping in his palace, his wife's Kaikeyi's mother laying next to him, and one bird came and did some voice,
जॉब्स
he laughed. But that Swami said, if you tell anybody about this boon, you got it, you will die right away.
ओके,
So you cannot tell. You
ओके,
can
यू कैन
enjoy,
हियर, यू
but
कैन
you cannot tell
रिपीट इट।
anybody. Okay.
हाँ, हुँ,
So his wife said, that is Kaikeyi's mother, like, please tell me, why are you laughing?
हुँ,
So he said, I cannot tell you, otherwise I will die. Then Kaikeyi's mother says, like, if you die or you live, I don't care. Please tell
ओह!
me.
Bapre.
So yes,
That
she
is.
she said that, and then and this comes in later in the same Ayodhya Kand.
Mhm.
Mantri Sumantra tells to Kaikeyi.
Mhm.
Remember this.
Mhm.
So he went to that sage, said, "This is my wife. Say to me, what do I do? If I
जी.
tell her, I will die. Now
जी.
you tell me, what should I do?
Mhm.
If I don't tell her, my life is ruined." He said, "If your wife, she lives or die, doesn't matter. You shouldn't tell anybody." He
जी.
came back and she said, "You are now dead for me. Our marriage literally ends here. You can stay here. I
Mhm.
will not come back." So
जी.
he was very wise. So if
जी.
anything bad really Kaikai would do, he would stop.
ओह! अगर वो आते उस सभा
Aate,
में तो
तो वो
it
आते.
would have stopped the whole thing.
Stop. And Janaka, who is Janaka?
Janaka
The
is
knowledgeable, all the
Janaka is a
jnanis.
title. He is the
Janaka
extremely
is a title. He's like they are the all the knowledgeable kings,
जी, जी.
Janaka. So
And
if
no
Janaka,
wonder because Sita Mata is also known to be extremely well read, very knowledgeable. There is no doubt now because she's daughter to Janak.
well, she is Ayonija. She is Sakshat Devi,
जी,
Bhagavati herself. Remember this.
जी,
She is Lakshmi herself.
जी,
When Lakshmi is like all knowing, right?
जी. And also born to Janak. I mean, that sets her into the right context also. No, while growing up, it matters a lot कि आप पे किसका influence था. अगर किसी पे जनक राजा का influence है तो no wonder she's called
Uh,
Janaki,
Janaki.
his daughter.
So Vahina. So he did not call King Janaka. Thought they both could hear the good news afterward.
जी,
Now King Dashrath, जो भी कुछ people came into the palace. He called all the Janapata king.
जी.
Like give the jewelry exchange. People he
Because he
announced.
was about to announce Sri
About to announce the kings entered, like then they all said, and then Dasharatha said, "I am already more than thousands years old,
Mhm.
more than thousands years old.
जी,
I am thinking to make my son Yuvaraj, Ram. What are your thoughts on it? Do you think he is capable?" Then everybody roared, yay, like loud voice. Everybody, Shang Chakra, Shang badne lage, Dudumbi badne lage, Nagade badne lage. Everybody was happy.
जी,
And then Dashrath Raja was literally happy. But he wanted to know, okay, why do you love Ram more than me? Do you think I was not a good king? He asked this smilingly. Please
जी.
tell me why you think Ram is good or better than me.
Mhm,
So now Swami Valmiki says this. Before this were the Swami Valmiki's word.
mhm.
Now, why Rama to be the king of earth? Actually, I should have put the title that.
जी,
I should have put the title why Rama had qualities to be the king of earth,
right.
not just the crown prince. So
जी.
because people likes him,
Mm,
the people who were gathered say gunan gunvato
जी,
deva kalpasya dhimatah
mm,
priyanam nandadana kritasnana pravakshamo detan shrunu,
mm.
means, "O king, now we'll speak about those great virtues of Rama
So
comparable to those of gods."
he's not just it is not just King Dashrath who thinks his son is the best. It is the entire kingdom that is thinking he is the rightful the next
Yes,
person.
kingdom and neighboring kings,
जी.
all Janapada, all the kings. Remember, he was the king of the earth,
Mhm,
comparable to those of the gods, and dear and source of delight for everyone. Please listen, that's what they say.
जी.
दिव्यैर् गुणैः शक्रसमो
Mhm,
रामः सत्यपराक्रमः इक्ष्वाकुपेभ्यो अपि सर्वेभ्यो यतिरिक्तो विशाम्पते, means he is equal.
mhm,
Lord of the people is Lord Rama, is in
mhm,
divine virtues equal to Indra. He, with his proven valor, is exceptional among all descendants of Ikshvakus.
mhm.
Remember, Ikshvaku once,
जी,
Trishanku, Raghu,
जी,
everybody, Sagar, Dilip,
जी,
Bhagirath. रामः सत्पुरुषो लोके सत्यधर्म परायणः साक्षात् रामाद् विनिवृत्तो धर्मश्चापि श्रियासः. Means devoted to the truth and righteousness. Rama is the most respected among men in this world. Even righteousness along with prosperity flows directly from Rama. Even righteousness,
जी
dharma, flows from Rama.
जी
So that's why Maricha says, Ramo vigrahavan dharma,
जी
sadhu satya parakrama. So he is equal to moon in causing happiness to the people, to the earth in forbearance, kshama mein.
जी
In Brahaspati, to Brahaspati in wisdom, and to Indra in valor, prowess. So that is what Ram is.
जी
So Dharmajna Satya Sandhascha Shilavanana Suyakaha. Who is Rama is Shilavan. Shilavan means what? One with the good character. One cannot doubt Rama's character. Remember this. There is no one can doubt Rama's character. Rama knows the ways of righteousness. He is true to his word and free from envy.
जी
He possesses sound character with forbearance, restraint, endurance, sahanshilta,
जी
gentleness, and sense of gratitude. With his senses under control, person to be a great should have his senses under control, and that is Lord Ram, because he is Ishvara, right? All the senses are under Ishvara's control.
जी
He is the source of consolation in stressful time. Now, who is he? Mruduscha, Sthirachittascha, Sada Bhavyo Anasuyakaha. Means he is without envy. He is the son of Raghus. Rama is soft spoken, steadfast, always truthful, and free from envy. He is pleasing to the all being. He serves those elderly, knowledgeable people versed in many lores.
जी
With these virtues, his incomparable glory, fame, splendor have steadily grown. So, and he also says, I mean, this is okay, but to become a king, one should be able to protect the kingdom. And how? Even gods cannot defeat him. Deva Sura Manushyanam Sarva Astreshu Visharadaha.
जी
He is expert in all the weapons available to Deva, Asuras, and men.
जी
He
and
has, the Bala and Atibala, Gnan, he got from Vishwamitra.
जी जी
You were saying you wanted to add
Yeah, I
something?
was saying that this is all what people are saying about Ram, Shri
Yes.
Ram, when uh, King Dashrath asked, कि, why are you thinking Ram is capable of being the king? So this is from the popular opinion of people, not just how. क्योंकि मुझे ऐसे लगता है ना कि जैसे मेरे मॉम एंड डैड है उनको तो हमेशा ही लगेगा उनकी बेटी बहुत अच्छी है बट दूसरों ने भी तो बोलना चाहिए ना तो आई थिंक दिस इज ऑल द वर्णन दैट यू आर जस्ट नाउ सेइंग इट इज ऑल फ्रॉम the people or the king other kings other people who are praising Ram and they are defending why Ram should be Sri Ram should be the crown prince.
क्योंकि क्या है ना, माता पिता को अपना बच्चा दिखने में भले इतना सुंदर न भी हो ना, तो चांद का टुकड़ा लगता है.
जी
You see, I will tell you this.
जी
But when people tell that, oh, he is really knowledgeable, his GPA is very high, excellent, he is very smart, very intelligent, high IQ, is very powerful, he is expert in building all kind of weapons available to devas, asuras, man, he has achieved mastery over all sciences, पूरा शास्त्रों का knowledge है, and appropriately acquired knowledge of the Vedas and its ancillary sciences. He knew, learned Vedas. I mean, Ramji knew Vedas and everything. He knew all the Agama also. He know all the Puja Vidhi, Puja Kram.
जी
Even Sita Mata also knew. Okay, so for that matter. But she learned on it because she was born with those divine knowledge. She is Lakshmi herself.
जी
The elder brother of Bharat is greatest exponent
हम्म
in music on earth. Gandharvescha Munisreshto Babuva Bharatagrajaha.
जी
pious, फ्री फ्रॉम मीननेस, ही इज नोबल डिसेंट। उसका जो वंश भी है ना, वो भी नोबल है। कल्याणाभिजन साधु अदीनात्मा महामति। महामति मीन्स प्रोसेसिंग ग्रेट इंटेलेक्ट, adinatma means with his mind free from meanness. Kalyana Bijana means having a noble descent. So he is, sadhu means the pious man
जी
basically. So that's why when we do the wedding, so we ask kya aap sadhu ho? Sadhu matlab is not like
या
ascetic, right?
जी
Kya are you pious man basically? So so that's what we ask, and then when say yes, क्योंकि कोई भी अपनी बेटी को कोई अच्छे आदमी को ही देना चाहेगा ना,
जी
you
ऑफ
know.
कोर्स या
So of course, like so whenever he well instructed in all matters by the best teachers, well versed in dharma, artha, proceeds with Lakshmana to wage war for the sake of village or a town or kingdom,
जी
and never returns without conquering the enemy. Gatva Saumitra Sahito na vijitya nivartate. So he goes with Saumitri Sahito with Lakshman, and
लक्ष्मण
never returns without winning the war.
जी
So that's what he says. And while returning from the battlefield, he either on chariot or elephant, whatever, he stops in the, like when he enters the his kingdom, he asks everybody, are you happy? Do you have any problem? Like that you would do your family members when you meet. Sab ठीक ठाक है ना, काम धंधा ठीक चल रहा है ना, would they do the same thing? आपके फैमिली में सबको ठीक है ना? और जैसे लाइक पिता पुत्र को बहुत समय के बाद मिलने के बाद में पूछता है ना, सेम थिंग. So Rama, a tiger among men, Purusha Vyagraha, Sada Ramo Vibhashate. Always inquire whether our disciples discharge their duties, you know.
जी
He grieves profoundly whenever the people are afflicted by misfortunes. अगर कोई दुखी होता है ना, तो वो दुखी होते, नॉट लाइक दैट. जैसे वो फिल्म का डायलॉग मैंने कहा था ना आपको, कि अपना दोस्त दुखी होता है तो हम दुखी होते हैं, और
जी
सुखी होता है ना अपने से ज्यादा, तो दर्द होता है. सो
जी
राम इज नॉट लाइक दैट. राम rejoices like a father on festive occasion. When his subjects are happy, he becomes super happy.
जी जी
That is Ram, because he's not us, right?
जी
We do have those kind of things, but he doesn't have, right? Rama speaks only truth. He is a great hero. Satyavadi Maheshwaso Vriddha Sevi Jitendriya Smita Purva Bhashi Cha Dharma Sarvatmana Stritaha. So Rama only speaks truth. He is a great hero. He serves elder. Elder not in sense of age, remember, in sense of valor, in sense of knowledge, in sense of characters,
जी
everything. He kept the senses under control. Jitendriya.
जी
We saw that. Vriddha Sevi Jitendriya. Rama, he always talks smilingly. Smita Purvabhashi. Purvabhibashi. Protects righteousness in all way. He helps those who take refuge in him. इसके लिए कहते हैं ना, तू राम की शरण में चले जा, सब काम हो जाएगा. He is not interested in conversation leading to dispute.
जी
फालतू काम में वो जाते नहीं. But during the debate, he is eloquent like बृहस्पति और वाचस्पति. उत्तरोत्तर युक्तोच वक्ता वाचस्पतिर यथा. He is like Vachaspati.
जी
So Rama is source of delight to the world. Has charming eyebrows and large copper-colored eyes. He is endowed with heroism, bravery, and valor like Vishnu manifested. Ramo Lokabhi Ramo Yam Shaurya Virya Parakramehi. That's what people say. And he is proficient in the ways and means of ruling the people. His senses are not overpowered by a passion. He alone is capable of ruling three worlds. What to
जी
speak of earth? Shakta Trailokyamapi Ekaha Bhoktum Kinnu Mahim Imam. Mahim means Prithvi. Imam means this. So, and his anger or favor never goes in vain. He
जी
kills those rightly deserve to be killed,
जी
like Rakshasas,
जी
and flares not at those whose life is to be spared. He does not kill like or give trouble to anybody whose lives to be spared. वो spare कर देते हैं, like दयावान थे ना.
जी
So वो और जिसको देना होता है ना, जैसे विभीषण को ही gave the पूरा लंका दे दी. Because I mean, before the war, to give, make him the king. Before the, it's, I mean, see, Ravana was not ordinary ना. वो
जी
कोई गली का वो तो नहीं था ना बंदा कि पुलिस जाके दो चार थप्पड़ मार के लेके आएगी. I mean, Ravana was great warrior. I mean, जो कैलाश पर्वत को उठाने की जो सोच भी सकता है ना.
जी
I mean,
जी
when when please Rama bestows wealth like sun shining with his rays. He shines with his qualities, tranquil, charming, and loving nature.
हम्म,
Tameva guna sampannam Ramam satya parakramam lokapalopamam natham akamayat medini. He
जी
says even the earth desired to have Rama richly endowed with such virtues,
हम्म,
possessing proven prowess comparable to Indra and other regions of the world as her lord. Even earth wants it.
जी
So, O son of the Raghus, Dashratha, because of your good fortune that Rama endowed with this quality of an ideal son like Kashyapa to Maricha was born to you for the welfare of this world.
जी
Gandharvas, Uragas means snakes, Devas, Asura, the inhabitants of town, villages, all animals, birds, and everything, all men living in neighboring or distant regions are wishing the Rama to become king and
हम्म,
have a long life.
जी
And then women, young, old alike, devotedly invoke at dusk,
जी
at dawn, all the gods for the sake of the celebrated Rama. They always pray to God for betterment of Rama.
जी
So, O Lord, let people's prayer to be fulfilled by your blessing. We
जी
would like to see your son Rama
become
of the complexion of the blue lotus
जी
eyes, the destroyer of enemies, as a prince regent.
जी सो
And
बहुत ज्यादा
बहुत बहुत
पॉपुलैरिटी
very
से उनको बनना ही था क्राउन प्रिंस
and they say tam deva devo pamam atmajam te means your son
जी
sarvasya lokasya hite nivishtam hitaya na क्षिप्र मुदार जुष्टम मुदा अभिषेक tu varat tvam maharsi
हम्म,
means oh bestower of boons. It you need to be you install with delay without delay that your son endows with all these virtues of equal to God
हम्म,
and committed to our well-beings and welfare of this world as your heir apparent. So please make him. So
दिखता
here and the Sarga too. So that's what, and then this is what people say. Remember, I will be telling good things about my son. There is no doubt about it. Even
जी
my wife would say, my son is the best.
जी जी तो ये एक जो सवाल आ रहा है ऑडियंस से वो पूछ रहे हैं कि व्हाट हैपेंड टू बोथ किंग कैकेय एंड किंग जनक बाय द टाइम किंग दशरथ पासिंग अवे एंड अंटिल व्हेन डिड दोस टू लिव क्या हमें ये वाल्मीकि रामायण से पता है
Valmiki Ramayana is all about Rama, right? It is not Rama,
राम
right? It is not about King Janak.
जी
So Janak is, remember, that the name of the king Janak was Siradwaja Janak.
जी
Okay. So his father had a different name, but
नेम
Janak was a title.
जी
So this is one should remember. Janak was the title. It was passed from one generation to another generation to another generation to another generation. Okay.
जी
So, so what happened to the king Kaikeya? So, because I think in some of the Ramayana, you must have seen that Valmiki Ramayana doesn't say that King Janak, after passing away of the Dashrath, went to along with Bharat,
Mhm.
along with the father of Kaikeyi,
जी,
to get Lord Rama back. Okay,
जी, जी.
so that wasn't news wasn't sent to him
ओह!
basically.
जी.
Okay, but if you see the TV Ramayana,
Mhm.
it does show that, like, you must have seen, like, Janak also went there,
जी.
and but so yeah, so
ओके,
so it doesn't talk much about it.
ओके.
If you know, please correct me.
जी.
But because after this point,
Mhm.
the king Dashratha dies, and they send message to Bharata. Bharata comes back, and he decided, I'm just keep going very, very fast. Like,
Yeah.
I will not take the kingdom. He went with Vasishtha, Vamadeva, and Jabali, all three mothers. Kaikeyi realizes her mistake, with the whole army went to see, along with the Mantri Sumantra, because Sumantra know where they were. Because remember that the Rama's friend, right?
Mhm.
Who helped to Ram to cross the river, right? So
जी.
he sent his spies to see where the Rama goes, you know.
हुँ।
So they know he's in Chitrakoot. He made his hermitage and all those things,
जी,
and then they went back, told to their king, they are all fine,
जी,
don't worry about it. So, and then uh, so that's so Sumantra, after knowing that they are fine, then he went back actually. So Sumantra knows. So they went back to the same place, the same Bharadwaj Muni ashram, and then he guided them back there. They all went there, and then there was a big Ram Bharat all tried to convince, but everybody failed. Even Vasishtha Rishi tried to intervene, but that
जी,
also didn't work with Rama, because Ramji was equal to Vachaspati, like Brahaspati, in oratory prowess.
जी,
Remember this.
जी,
Ramji was very powerful, so he couldn't. So they couldn't defeat, and then Ramji stayed there. After a while, they went to Dandakaranya,
हुँ,
further inside,
द
and
फॉरेस्ट
then they were protecting this thing, and then Kishkinda Khan comes,
जी,
this all this the Ravana abducts Sita, Sita
जी,
Mata, and then Kishkinda Khan, and then Yudh Khan, then they come back, and
जी,
then he was crowned, right?
जी,
So
जी,
that's not much detail about
हाँ,
Kaikaya and
और
King Janak,
किंग जनक ओके,
or
ओके,
but King Janak was, but they talk about Bharat
जी,
during the in the Yudh Kanda, when Hanumanji, like, there must be some one of the Ramayana I read it.
जी,
So Bharat shoots down, try to shoot the arrow, and Hanumanji tells everything, So the
जी,
date when Ramji returns to Ayodhya from Lanka is also, people speculate different things,
जी,
Some people say it was in Vaishakha Masa, some people say it's in Diwali, but you know what? Whenever Rama comes back, that day is Diwali, whether it's
दिवाली
Vaishakha
जी,
Masa or Chaitra Masa or
जी,
Asha Yuja, which is Ashwin Masa,
जी।
Krishna Paksha, Amavasya, doesn't matter.
मैटर जी, बिल्कुल। तो ये जो रामायण वाल्मीकि रामायण का जो अयोध्या कांड का दूसरा सर्ग था, ये यहाँ पे खत्म होता है। और अगली बार मेरे ख्याल से महेश जी, हम जब तक श्री हनुमान के बारे में जब तक बात नहीं करेंगे, श्री राम की पूजा तब तक पूरी नहीं होगी। तो मेरे ख्याल से अगली बार जब मिलेंगे तो श्री हनुमान जी के बारे में बात करेंगे।
हाँ, ज़रूर जी, हम ज़रूर श्री हनुमान जी के बारे में बात करेंगे। सो
जी,
यस, सो और मैंने ये जो मंत्र लिखा है ना यहाँ पे, प्लीज़ आप उसको फ़ॉलो कीजिए, एंड लाइक दिस mantra, if you have any trouble into the life, that will always help you. Please look into this chat logs. You
हुँ,
will find this thing.
जी,
So
जी। बिल्कुल। तो आज का जो लाइव स्ट्रीम है वो यहीं पे रुकते हैं हम लोग, और हमारे चैनल को ज़रूर लाइक, सब्सक्राइब कीजिए, कमेंट्स कीजिए, हमें बहुत पसंद है लोगों के कमेंट्स पढ़ना, उनको आंसर करना। तो प्लीज़, प्लीज़ जॉइन अगेन फॉर द नेक्स्ट लाइव स्ट्रीम। वी लव व्हाटएवर क्वेश्चन्स यू आस्क इन लाइव स्ट्रीम इज़ वेरी, वेरी हेल्पफुल। तो ज़रूर जॉइन कीजिए नेक्स्ट टाइम भी, एंड थैंक यू एवरीवन।
Please like, comment, share,
सब
subscribe.